Hey y'all, looking at my side garden here, middle of October, and you can see that all the flower garden section portion, nothing's blooming anymore, and things aren't happening anymore. I got, I guess these are Puerto Rican black beans here growing up this. Mildew on my okra. I'm just letting all the okra pods that are still on things, kind of got to point up to see that. Let those just dry out on the stalks so I can harvest the seeds. And some of them are really quite massive. But I'm a couple more bean plants just tucked in here and there, but I'm already starting to think about how we're gonna wind this down for the winter. It's the Gulf Coast, so I could keep things going all winter, but 9B. But I've got some things I want to do. I'm gonna look at this area. So back before I planted stuff in the spring, I had put down a layer of cardboard and then mulch on top of it. And I can brush that aside, and you can see this is all just hard packed clay underneath. Things break down here. Slate doesn't break down. Things break down here, but with that hard packed clay soil down there, it just doesn't ever penetrate. So I think the garden is going to need a till. I'm going to try not to till it, but I think it's going to need it. Particularly, so you can see I have the gutter, the water line, and then back there the sewer. I've had utility work on all three of these in the past year or two, and so this area here has been dug up a number of times, and it's created a sort of a depression here and a mound here, depression there, mound there, from all that work. So the mounded areas, particularly here have all really gotten compacted, and though that clay soil is very nutritious, it doesn't drain well, and it's just hard for roots to spread on it. I tried, as you saw in my last video, I had some sweet potatoes. This is where they came from. Tried planting sweet potatoes to break up the hard compacted clay, and didn't really get much out of that. The sweet potatoes didn't grow well. I only had 3 sweet potatoes from this area. I cleared the sweet potato vines here. I also have lots of this dayflower weed that just pops up. It's not, here's the dayflower. This dayflower weed that just pops up everywhere. Keep trying to get that clear. But so as the wood mulch breaks down, it doesn't ever penetrate this hard packed clay underneath. So I think a little bit of tillage might be good. Some of you might say I should cover crop. This is not a big garden, and this is a lot of my gardening space, so I don't want to do that. What I'm probably going to do, and have already started doing in some spots where I've removed some things, similar to what I've done in the past, lay down some cardboard and put mulch on it to at least suppress the weed growth. And I'm going to use this as an opportunity to reconfigure the garden a little bit. I'm actually going to try and keep a 2-foot clear spot that's just going to be a path of wood chips, maybe 30 inches, but at least 24 inches wide. 2-foot clear spot, path along the side of the house, all the way back, so you can access the garden from either side. Because I've kind of got this back and forth thing that's been going on. Some parts of okra are planted closer to the house. Some are planted closer to the sidewalk. The ones that are close to the house don't get as much sun. So I want to try and keep the plantings out here closer to the sidewalk. I'll have that path back there. Just as an experiment, I did plant my New Zealand spinach back here. I'm not really crazy about the taste, and I can always relocate it, but I needed to get it in the ground, and that was an easy spot to clear. You can actually see some of the soil spilling up above that grade beam there, and some debris that the workmen left back there when they did all this work. And then a depression here. This all used to be level ground there. And then I even have this hole that goes underneath the sidewalk that I'm standing on. So that will need to be filled. Separate project. So I'm going to do the lasagna method, lasagna gardening. Lay down the cardboard, lay down the wood chip mulch, primarily along the house. And then this area here, I might do that, but first do some tilling. I have this African blue basil here that's grown really well, and it's kind of back in that 2-foot zone. If I did end up doing 30 inches, I'm definitely going to need to move that. Luckily, the stuff propagates so easily. But I really want to be able to more consistently do some okra. So that's what I've got going on right now. I just wanted to give this quick update. Yeah, Puerto Rican black beans, got other beans down there. I still got okra showing up, but well, this okra here belongs to the spiders now. I'm letting all that okra go to seed because I do need to save some seed for next year. Trying to land raise my okra. Evening sun sunflower. Interestingly enough, if you look down there, I've got a tomato plant that has been just sprouting up through this garden, spreading around all summer. It dies in places and appears in others. I've never gotten a tomato off of it. I don't know what that moth is, but it's neat looking. But all this area here where I've got the okra, I've got pineapple sage. This is all where I had the perpetual spinach. It's all died, so I'm about to plant some more. I don't know exactly where, but I do want to continue to have perpetual spinach. That's how I'm going to redo this. So we can check in, see how this goes. Forget which type of pole bean this is. Got some these pigeon peas, these gandules here that I planted that have just like not grown at all. I don't know if they're not happy here. I hear they're supposed to grow really fast. I've never grown them before. You know, what's this pole bean? This is the wing bean. But you can see here I got this dayflower just going crazy everywhere. There is still some mint in here. I will try and preserve some mint. And then this is just pink-eyed purple hull cowpeas growing up that one. So, you know, that's what's going on. I'm gonna try and make this something that really earns the title of the book that you all should go check out, the Hidden Harvest Handbook. We've got that for sale now. You can get both the ebook and the paperback. There's going to be a link in the description. Maybe, you know, you'll go check that out. Not very expensive, and that's what we're going to try and use as the model as we redo this garden step by step. Starting with mulching to kill some of this dayflower and the mulberry weeds. it's clovers that are popping up. So thank you all for watching. Check out the book, do the internet video thing, and I'll talk to you all in the next one. Bye.